we are back here again.
Why my hair like
that.
later I need to go and get the hairdresser to help me to do makeup. Oh you're live. Hello!
Hi, hello.
Second take.
Why
Wow, nowadays you see Facebook then now on live. Okay lah.
You mean last time don't have one, man?
Create and no, we just see. Okay, so wait
在哪里？都没有的。
有嘞，我看到了。Time for those who are here with us, help us like and share, don't be shy. Pressing a button is never too difficult. It's just tick, tick, okay? If not, I tell you a joke.
Okay, then I think you all better like and share. we try to avoid his joke when we can. Okay, you go.
会黑吗？
你们呢？观众朋友，请让我们知道今天会不会是一个很黑的一天？
有。
Is it a gloomy day for you? Because today is sunshine. Wow.
哦，有会。那边看不会 ，but on the phone 就会。
Okay.
Wow, it's been 2 weeks so fast. Time flies by. We are in December already. So 我们多3 more lives. Then we'll celebrate the new year.
Yeah, lor, time flies. Yeah, time flies and wow, you can see my changing face. 再来，哇，不要了。
他够帅也可以了。
帅，
我觉得是 OK 了，你坐下来。OK， 我们来 Lighting Man 回来了。
Hi, come back. 你看我今天有点 relax 头发也是。
Can see.
Because it's a raining day. Yeah.
Alright.
Okay, come. Let's start. So, what topic are we talking about?
Today we are going to talk about Enbloc.
Enbloc.
Yeah.
What is Enbloc?
The whole project sell to developer.
Sell back to developer.
Yeah.
Sell to developer.
Yes.
Okay, so today I think all of us we have to change our mindset. Because I think all along for the last few weeks itself before we talk about Enbloc, we talk about why last week we are not on live
Okay, can.
Correct or
Yeah.
You know we are like walao.
How come suddenly disappear?
Suddenly disappear. No message, no nothing. Then if you are like waiting on the computer, 1:30 already. Where's this all this?
Where's this joker?
All this joker? Yeah.
Last week very important.
Yeah, last week very important.
So big step I would say.
Big step.
Correct.
Yeah. Alright. We got engaged.
We engaged with someone.
In a way.
Yeah.
We got engaged.
Yeah. We got a meeting in the morning for 2 hours. Then after about 2 hours.
Alright. So next time around when you get to meet us, probably next year.
Yes,
okay.
Next year. But you will see. I think you will see a lot more of us lah.
Yeah, a fresh look.
Yeah.
Not that we are not fresh, because like for myself I'm 小鲜肉. Got it? Fresh 小鲜肉。
我是老鲜肉。
Expire
还是鲜的 OK fresh
还是鲜的。
还是鲜的，是老味吗
？Okay, so I think
so after our meeting, actually we're going to celebrate for government open to 5 packs.
Oh yeah! So we went to like a BBQ restaurant, right?
Yeah. For a long time already, actually.
Right.
Yeah. Finally.
Because very long never get together.
You are right. Yeah.
I think also it was a bit of a celebration I would say. If you ask me, like I felt like we sort of like formalized.
Yeah.
Right.
We sort of like make this living room something a bit more formal.
Right.
We made the living room
the
living.
structure.
The living.
Yeah.
We sort of like formalize the structure lah.
I think we already start our life for almost like 3 months already.
Yeah. At least, yeah.
Oh, right.
Correct.
So it was a big milestone, I would say.
Yep.
But like I say, let's get very excited because 2022 you'll get to see more of us doing more things. But our pay still remains.
Hopefully, the living room will pay us a bit more
yes.
as we move forward.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, if you get to see me telling more jokes to you, means okay, not too bad.
Yeah.
If you see every time it's like sulky face, then very bad.
means
We are going to upgrade our living room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that is something that is very rare, as I think, because we really want to bring it to the next level.
Yes.
Bringing more convenient things back to your at the comfort of your screen. That's one. I think number two is because we also being recognized by you guys that that's why we form a little community with you all, that we want to pay back to you all in the sense of whatever knowledge that we have, we are giving back to you all. Okay. And lastly, I just feel that some of y'all has been feedbacking, oh, you guys are fun loving. Of course we are. We are young, dynamic,
young,
you don't
intelligence.
In front of Adrian, you don't keep mentioning young.
It's okay, I'm young.
It's young what?
I'm young.
Used to be young. Also what?
Young at heart, lor.
Right. Okay, but I just feel that this next level can be something that you guys should be looking forward to. Okay, just as we are so excited about it. That's why last week no live. Okay.
Correct.
So back to this week. Okay, so we talk about Enbloc. So like I just say, we want to change our perspective because all along we has been talking about maybe individual. We has been talking about like consumer. If you are a buyer, if you are a seller, if you are agent, very one person. Today we need you all to widen up a bit. Okay, to see that today let's look in the perspective of developer. Okay, again, they are also buyers, sellers in the market, but they are under corporate line. So we probably want to look into that and then see at what angle can it be so that it benefits consumers like us in the near future. Okay, so let's talk about Enbloc. Okay.
I think it's not just the developer. Developer in this in the context of the Enbloc, they are a corporate buyer.
Yep.
Right, but also on the other end of the spectrum are the Enbloc owners. Right, so again, now we are not talking about individual owners, but collectively as one owner, one seller, correct, collectively lah. So I think again it's something very different. So your the points of consideration when you are a homeowner who is going through Enbloc, your concerns, your point of consideration, I think is a very, very different ball game because there are so many more things to take note of. I think. Yeah, because it does not just involve you. As I mentioned, it collectively involves everybody as one seller.
Right. Yes. Right. So okay. Anything, Bob, you want to add?
Actually, recently, I read the news, right? I found like Enbloc is something like coming back.
Coming back.
Yes.
Okay. Before we touch on that, how about we talk about a little history of Enbloc? What happened during the last Enbloc, and then why it was a fever? Why they call it Enbloc fever, which we will address in a short while.
Yeah.
Then why after that it cooled down? I think we touched a little history lah. Just in case people will be thinking.
Last is starting in 2016.
2016.
Yeah, 2016 starting, right? Yeah.
Okay. So what happened?
Because less land sales from government.
Less. Okay.
Actually, for developers, right, how to survive? They need to buy land and sell property.
Yes. Buy land and sell property. Okay.
Yes, but less supply from government. Then there's a way which is you can buy old projects. Yeah. To demolish and rebuild. Yeah. Then to make the company still ongoing.
So question probably I want to pose to Bob will be like that make money.
I think make money lah.
How does developer make money from that? Because
buy cheap, sell high lor.
Buy cheap, sell high.
Yeah, this is Jerry, right?
Buy cheap, build more, sell higher.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, correct.
And in short, in layman's terms, this
Yes.
is effectively the model.
Sell. Okay.
Yeah.
Buy cheap, build more,
Build
sell
more.
higher.
Yeah.
Correct.
Then profit.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes, that's I think that we want to share the algorithm with the clients, especially like, can we name an example of Enbloc that happens and then after being built? I think that's one.
Which one?
The one phenomenon.
our favorite.
Yeah.
Your favorite.
Our playground.
Yeah.
Playground, yeah.
Right. So I think y'all also know where now. Tampines Court previously how many units?
I think 500 plus or 600 plus only.
So we have a very good local company who do an en bloc onto it. Okay, I think the sellers also the Tampines Court sellers are also happy because suddenly their prices jack up by almost double.
Yeah, yes, double. Because before the Enbloc happened, right, individual owners were transacting at below 900,000 mostly, 800 over 1,000. So when they went en bloc, they got about averagely they got about 1.7 million.
Right.
So about double.
Almost double, right?
Yes, correct.
So even I think the en bloc sellers the Tampines Court owners are also very happy because first they get the price that they want. Okay, Senior also very happy because after I just mentioned it. The local company also very happy. So they bought over the 500 over units. Okay, then they make how many units?
2203.
2203. Wow.
Which is like
Four
Some more
times.
times,
3.5 times,
Yeah.
4 times, yeah. Correct.
You're right.
Correct.
So I think that's how amazing it is. But then again, they are construction companies, they are developers, so they have shareholders to answerable to lah. So that's how they make money. But we are talking about tons of probably billions.
Yep.
Yeah, to do so.
Correct. I think ultimately if you ask me, I look at Enbloc as a demand and supply thing. So what happens is, like Bob mentioned, if I can just elaborate a little bit more. End of the day, what is the developer's business? The build house to sell, Correct. So for the developers, they need to be constantly having projects ongoing in order for the business to continue,
Yeah,
correct.
The developers cannot afford to have a period whereby they got no projects, nothing to sell,
Yes.
no product to sell, cannot, Otherwise, like I say, how to answer to the shareholders.
Right.
So that is where again the demand is coming from developers who no longer has any land or they have already sold on their existing projects. They have to constantly search for new land so that they can continue to build and continue to sell over the years.
Yeah.
So that is why I think Enbloc came into the picture.
Okay.
So if you look at it, Enbloc is actually quite peculiar, or rather it is only very very present in Singapore context.
Okay.
Do you see Enbloc in other countries that much? Not really. You don't really see Enbloc in Malaysia, in Thailand, in Indonesia, even China, all that. Rarely you see Enbloc happening.
Yeah, you're right.
Maybe one country lah.
Where?
Hong Kong.
Hong Kong.
Actually, in fact, not really also.
Really?
Hong Kong actually
They,
is
Enbloc,
quite bigger than Singapore lah.
yes, and
yeah.
Hong Kong somehow, I think maybe, I'm not too sure, but if you notice, Hong Kong has got a lot more very old buildings still standing until today, whereas Singapore, it is constantly being refreshed, rejuvenated.
Correct.
Building
Correct.
that is
Agreed.
growing older will tend to be torn down and then build new ones.
Yep.
I think the government policy also plays a part in this. So government will always implement policies that will incentivize the developers to go and block at certain areas. So what they do is sometimes they will say, okay, for this Mukim or this particular area, right? They will actually allow the plot ratio to go up.
Okay.
The moment they revise that incentivizes the developer to go and block or the owners to sell off their old building,
Right.
and then to the developer, and then the whole place will be rejuvenated,
Right.
So this is where actually the government policy pushes or nudges the developer and the homeowners to go and block.
Right.
Whereas we don't, I believe we don't see that much even in Hong Kong, which is also very land scarce. So they probably do not impose or rather implement such policies. So there's no incentive for the owners to go and block. There's no incentive for the developers to go and block.
Right.
And that's why if you go Hong Kong today, right, you still see a lot of very, very old buildings that is very, very poorly maintained. Correct?
Yeah.
You don't see that much of a rejuvenation. Even in the central Hong Kong, the very busy area, you still see very old buildings.
Yeah.
Whereas you don't see that in prime areas in Singapore. Correct. So I think
Legit.
this is where the demand and supply and the government, all this plays a part in creating this Enbloc phenomenon in Singapore, and which I think is not very often seen in any other countries.
Yeah.
Yeah, because again, in countries where there's a lot of land,
Yeah.
no reason to go and block. I just, as a developer, I just need land.
Correct.
There's so many land, I just go and buy empty land, not easier.
Yeah.
I don't have to deal with 100, 200, 300 owners. Then the owner will later want to sue me lah. Some owner who disagree lah, don't want to sell lah, sue me lah. Then abort the whole deal lah.
Yeah,
right.
Nonsense, right?
Right.
Alright. So in other countries, there's ample land for them to just build from scratch.
Yeah.
They
Right.
do not have to go and go through the Enbloc route
Yeah.
Right.
You're right.
to get land.
Yeah.
So I think it's a very peculiar phenomenon that we see mostly in Singapore and not many other countries.
Right. Suddenly, I got a name for you.
Right. Like 上课 right?
Yeah. But it's something very, very interesting.
Mm.
From now onwards, we should call him this name. Propertypedia. he really knows everything,
Yes. Very knowledgeable.
Maybe like what you are doing inside the house, he also know.
Yes, you're right.
No, I don't know. So coming back, I think so this is where Enbloc is very special. It's something very special,
Right.
Yeah.
I think Adrian really covers the aspects of what is Enbloc because and also the thing is
the mechanism behind it.
mechanism, especially to very localized in the sense of he said something that I really learned like this is only applicable to like Singapore. The rest of the world, we don't get to see much.
Actually,
Yes.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
It's like Laksa belongs to Singapore, not Malaysia.
Okay, that is marketing. Mas lemak belongs to Singapore. Laksa belongs to Singapore. Chili crab belongs to Singapore. Bak kut teh belongs to Singapore. All this are marketing lah.
Okay. Okay, so next, let's move forward. So what happened in 2016? Because y'all mentioned so I think it leads to demand supply. Not high demand, less supply. That's why Enbloc's triggered.
Yeah.
Yes, correct.
Okay. So what happened over there? Anyone want to share on that?
Maybe your chef.
Like Bob, start pressing
What
already.
happened in back then? Okay, I think maybe I can just add on a bit.
Today is just interview you only lah.
I think got scam call. 041, I don't know what. Okay, anyway,
You got parcel to pick up.
I think the Enbloc again prior to the 2016 Enbloc fever, the one before preceding that was actually back in 2006 2007. So what happened was those Enbloc developments, they were sold Enbloc in 2006. They probably start to TOP starting from 2010, 2011, 2012 onwards.
Right.
And by 2016, most of the projects that were either when the developers bought the GLS or when they bought Enbloc, most of the projects had already sold out. So the developers were running low on land to continue building. And that was again what kick-started the Enbloc.
Yeah.
So if you ask me, Enbloc is a very cyclical thing, very similar to our COE system.
COE, okay.
Correct. So COE, you got the peak and the trough.
Correct.
It means you got high, got low, got high. So it's a very cyclical thing. Enbloc is very similar to this also. So 2016 was when the land banks, the developer started running low on land banks.
Right.
And and I think there weren't many GLS, government land sales.
Right.
So developer were not able to obtain land to continue building. So no
Okay.
choice, they have to go Enbloc lor.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this was what kick-started the 2016 Enbloc fever lah.
So every time an Enbloc started, how does it end? So this because we understand the mechanism already. Now we understand 2016 there is this actually Enbloc happens many times already. Not inclusive.
Correct.
But we are not going to touch the way back because I don't think it's going to
Not
be
relevant also lah, because
Yes.
regulations back then were different, the market was different, Singapore demographics of residents were different.
correct.
Yep.
So 2016, what happened? So like what Adrian mentioned, so this what happened. After that, how come it died down?
Okay, usually again why Enbloc is very cyclical is
Right.
because the developers will replenish they buy. Once let's say developer A, I've got 3 pieces of land. I managed to
Right.
secure 3 pieces of land, whether through GLS or whether through Enbloc.
Right.
Then I think okay, enough already. 我肚子饱了，
Yep.
填饱了。 So I have enough on my plate, I don't need any more land.
Right.
So same thing, developer B, you have got enough on your plate already.
Right.
You cannot buy overbuy also, overbuy too many projects you also cannot handle financially.
Correct.
Developer C, same thing.
Right.
Enough on your plate already. So when most of the developers have got sufficient land bank, and that is when the Enbloc will slow down. Because nobody need to buy land anymore already. We all of us, all the developers in Singapore has got sufficient land to build already. So that's when what we call the Enbloc fever will die a natural death in that sense . Okay, but I think 2016 cycle was different.
Okay.
Because it did not die a natural death.
Yep.
It was murdered.
Wow. So suddenly now we become like I'm sorry, from PG now we change to M18. So some gruesome parts will start coming out. All right. So what is the gruesome part that is coming?
Okay, I think what happened, what killed that last cycle, the 2016 Enbloc fever, was of course government policy . So intervention in a way.
I think we need to stop this live now because
Later,
he start talking about.
Teo investigator.
Right. Okay. So what kind of policy was that? Anyone?
Maybe about
To
the
stop
the last
stop the circle, right?
the last one. That means
Which happens in 2018.
Yeah, it draws up to 2018 because it was 1.5 years.
yeah.
If
So
not-
it was a very short-lived Enbloc cycle.
You know, right? I remember it's July. Is it July or September?
July.
July,
July,
yes.
right? Earlier July, right?
Yeah.
But I also want to highlight on one thing before Brother Bob says, because this 2016 en bloc was the hottest en bloc in terms of the quantum. Okay, it's the highest so far in the history of Singapore en bloc market. Yes. So how was it being murdered? So Adrian always say it's the government.
I just say murder only. I never say anything.
Oh, right.
1617, earlier 18.
18.
Yeah. So totally about more than 100, right? Is it?
100 what?
What?
En bloc
Uh,
projects.
I think so. Yes.
Yes.
大大
Yeah,
小
correct,
小 yes.
correct.
大大小
Could
小
be like even
Correct.
2017, I remember it's around 30 projects. Yeah.
I still remember 2018 even after the what you call that the en bloc
cooling
was
measure.
being killed.
Uh-huh.
Okay,
after the cooling measure.
After the cooling measure.
some big players don't have land also.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, some big players are
Because 还没有填饱肚子嘛，
Yeah.
还没有来得及
Capital
填
C
饱
lah.
then 就
Yeah.
Capital C don't have lah.
Yes, you're right.
Capital C totally don't have a very surprisingly because we were thinking you should be coming into the picture and
来不
play.
及嘛。
Yeah.
We also some big hotels, budget hotels players are also not in. Yes. So what you just mentioned about cooling measures?
Yeah.
Yes. So what is the cooling measures that murders them?
The main point, which is tax, right?
Correct.
Yeah, the stamp duty, which is the at 5%.
Oh,
more.
so that's the ninth.
Yeah, this is something
对啦，
to.
挺是说啦。
Yeah, actually, this is something which is also let the developers to break to stop.
Yeah.
Yeah, even like some deals which is ongoing under discussion,
Right.
but suddenly they just
Correct.
yeah,
Correct.
because they need to work out again.
Yeah. To
Yeah,
rework
all
out.
the numbers which is how to work out. Yeah, whether it's still profitable,
Yes,
Yeah.
correct.
right?
Correct.
So at the time, which is even before the cooling measure, which is the day before, I think got 3 projects launch, right? Sterling Residences,
Yes.
Riverfront,
Right.
Park Colonia.
Yeah.
Yeah. So even after the night for new projects, actually also like the market is suddenly like quiet. At least for a while lah. Yeah, because for people like they need to
Reassess lah.
Yeah, reassess.
Reassess,
Yeah.
re-strategize their business law.
Yeah.
Yes, you're
Because
right.
not even for developers, also buyers need to pay 5% more for the down payment. Yeah.
So I think actually it was a two-prong. I think I'm not sure if you have touched me before. Basically, government has got a lot of tax.
Yes, you're
Correct.
right.
Right?
Yeah.
So
Correct.
I think in that round in 2018, they only tighten the tabs of two
Titan
tabs
man,
lah.
not cut man.
Tighten
Very critical this one, yes.
Yeah,
So
that's
they-
very
Yeah.
critical.
What I
Yeah.
think what they did, if I can elaborate a little bit more, was that they increased the ABSD for
Yeah.
second property owners from 7%. If you're
Second
a
and
Singaporean,
second and third. Yeah.
if you're a Singaporean buying second property, the ABSD used to be 7%. It was
Yes.
increased to 12,
Yes, you're right.
Yep.
and then third was from 12 to 15, if I'm not wrong.
Yes.
Yes, you're right.
It was 12, then they increased to 15.
10 to 15.
10 to 15.
Yeah, 10 to
Okay.
15. Yeah.
So that's one,
Mm.
the ABSD on buyers.
Yep.
That means like ourselves, buyers, people
Yeah.
like ourselves. But they also, the ABSD was also applied to developers as buyers buying Enbloc projects.
Yeah.
So there was an additional 5% non-refundable ABSD
You're right.
being imposed.
Yeah.
So I think that effectively killed the demand side.
Right.
I think they work on demand on these two aspects. That means they tempered the demand from the developer going en bloc because
Yeah.
of the additional 5% non-refundable ABSD.
Yes.
So developer will pull handbrake a bit lah.
Right.
Yeah.
Or maybe they will not be so aggressive when they go for en bloc.
Yes.
When they bid for en bloc projects.
Correct.
Then of course the second one was the LTV, the loan to value.
Correct.
Okay.
So the loan to value prior to that was 80%.
Yeah.
Then they reduced that to 75%. Lor.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It means
So these were the two taps that they.
second property
they
reduced
tightened
to
lah.
45.
Yes,
Yeah.
it was 55.
Yeah.
It was reduced to 45 as well.
Yes.
Yeah, correct. So these were the two taps that they
Yeah.
adjusted. Lah.
Ouch. So fast forward a bit. During 2018
Mm.
to 2021,
Yeah.
that 2 years plus lah.
Yeah.
Okay. Was there any on blocks happening during this period of time?
不然你自问自答啦。
哎有啊。
不好
可能你自问
啦。
啊 others you keep
No.
asking ah.
Have have ah.
Have.
Very small ones.
Very,
There were a couple.
All the very small projects, right?
Yes, I
Yes.
think mainly 100 million and below. But
correct.
it was
Ah.
really only a small handful. A very small handful. Because I think again this is when the smaller developers came in. I think they came in. Again, they also needed land. So
Right.
Yeah.
now they still went en bloc lah.
Yeah.
You see, he asked me 自问自答, then I want to 答, then he asked me 答.
Then you want to
Yeah.
Okay, now we go straight to the topic because after knowing the mechanism, knowing the history, knowing what's happened, then people are speculating. Okay, of course, today we are not here to speculate, but we are having opinions whether will this en bloc do happen. Okay, so come down here between us,我们举手啦，举手。Okay, do you think that en bloc or en bloc fever will happen very soon? En blocs / en bloc fevers. Do you think it's going to happen very soon? Okay.
Yeah.
Do you think it's yes or no? I 举手 to say yes lah. No 举手 is to say no. Wait, I repeat. Raise up the hand means you agree that en bloc will happen very soon. Don't raise hand means you don't think it happen. Okay, so 3, 2, 1 3, 2, 1. Hey!
我举一半而已。
Yeah.
for me, I
Maybe the
feel
favor like
Right.
I think we will come back, but
Right.
how many projects going to unblock is a question mark.
Mm.
Yeah, how many projects successfully will be unblocked? Yeah, will be a question mark, but
Okay.
I think we'll come back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why? Oh yes, but
Because during from 2017 until
Right.
2021, we see new launch projects. The price for PSF, right?
right.
Yeah, actually
Increases.
increase.
Right.
Yeah, that's why they made the room for developers to buy projects.
Right.
Yeah, because last time, let's see example, in 2018, let's see developer is going to discussion with some projects on hand, right? Yeah, for Enbloc. By the time, maybe just example, the price PSF maybe let's say 1,002. By the time you feel like 1,002, I need to plus another 5% of tax everything. You feel like
Then your
no
margin
deal.
take back.
Yeah, no deal. But today the new project price range which is up.
Right.
Yeah, now maybe like when the sales price went up to 1,004, 1,005. Yeah, then the developer see the window, which
Okay.
is so they may come back and talk again. And for sellers, right? For the Enbloc sellers, they also saw the market movement. So they have to decide whether they want to maintain their price or they want to reduce or want to increase.
Okay.
Yeah, this is something which is depends on the homeowners from the Enbloc projects. Yeah, but certain projects which is we hear the Enbloc news actually many times already. They fail all the time.
Correct.
Yeah, but Enbloc, they feel the reason they feel right, not only the price actually.
Right.
Yeah, there's some other reasons why some owners don't want to sell. Yeah, it maybe not because of the price.
Right.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. This I have to agree.
Yeah, so but right now you see the last 1 year until now, how many land sales from government?
True.
Less than 10, right?
True.
Yeah. Then how many developers in the market?
Not enough lah, in short.
Yeah, how to
Yep.
survive,
Yep.
right? So now they need to come back to work with some Enbloc sellers.
Yep.
Yeah, to work out with a new figure.
Mm.
Yeah, whether can successfully to Enbloc.
Understood.
Yeah.
Okay, I go next.
Yes. So I keep quiet, but I don't
Because you halfway ma, so halfway. I think three. I was like summing up three very strong reason why Enblocs will come. But whether is it going to be a fever or not, I'm skeptical about the fever part. But I'm sure Enblocs will happen. Okay. First we talk about nature of the developer. Like what you say. Today their job is very simple. Is I need to buy land, build land, reach construct, make profit, give shareholders. Very simple. Okay. So the cycle goes round and round. But the problem lies with 2016 that 2016-18 on blocks ready. You look at players like the big players who got the most bank land is
China developers.
not Oxley.
Huh?
Oxley.
Yes, Oxley and also China developers.
Oh, okay, I know which one you're talking about.
No, that last round of Enbloc, right? The government had to put in cooling measures because that was a point whereby there were quite a few Chinese developers entering Singapore market.
Right.
So being new to the market, they got nothing to work on.
Yep.
So they need land.
Yep.
And
Yep.
they were super duper aggressive in bidding for the land, be it
Right.
Enbloc or the GLS.
Right.
And so because of that super aggressive nature, that's why government felt, cannot, this one too fast, too quickly already, the
Yep.
price. So government has to step in now.
Okay, so for my part, it will be let's look at maybe I will just put the Chinese developer aside. We look at the local one. Okay, at the point of time, I think they have the most land bank. Sorry, right now turns out to be Affinity, Riverfront. Still got one more.
1953 also under them, if I'm not wrong.
Mayfair also, right? You're not wrong.
Mayfair is not
No, man?
Mayfair. I don't
Oxley
think so. Okay, but I think the two hottest was Affinity and Riverfront.
Yep.
Okay, left with how many units?
Riverfront's fully sold already.
Have
Left shop only.
left few.
Left shop only.
I think two.
No, as far as I know,
Oh.
so fully sold already. Left shops.
Okay, so left shops. Affinity left 10. 10 units. Bo liao. After they sell finish, right? What's next?
Correct.
They need to go and buy. Okay, so like I said, they will need to go and channel. Oxley being Oxley, not only they do residential, they also do commercial but I also feel like commercial side also, for them they don't have land also Okay, so that's the nature. That's why I will say, the nature of business of the developer, they will need to go and buy something to build. Is it? Mayfair. Alright.
Cambridge. Yeah,
Cambridge.
Is it?
Affinity.
都小了 I think.
Yeah, 小了
Okay.
Yeah, Riverfront. Parkwood.
Next.
Got so many.
I think also the COVID plays a very major role in today's when developer make a decision. We realized that during that 2 years of COVID, just nice after the cooling measure shortly, COVID already. 19 is COVID already.
No lah, 20.
One-
19N lah.
One night end lah.
End of 19 lah.
Okay, so after 1 year, because everybody will always there's this knee-jerk effect. Something happens, suddenly property markets tend to cool down a while. 3-4 months or 6 months later, things pick up again.
Yeah.
This is the cooling effect. Then also to make the situation, don't know is it better or worse, COVID strikes. Okay, The second thing that I want to emphasize would be the resilience of the property markets in today's context. Okay, which is we are not seeing a plunge. We don't see a plunge at all because we are seeing either they maintain or they shoot up. So this is also another things to entice developer because they just feel that hey,
The confidence lah.
Yeah.
Have
Yeah.
confidence.
individual consumer can buy such projects. People can go to OCR buy $2,000 per square feet. Yeah,
Canning Hill Piers launch weekend 77% sold.
correct. There's so
Singapore
many.
Nation 77% sold. 70% sold.
Correct. It doesn't happen by chance. It's happened with track records, with evidence saying that hey, you know, these are the things. So moving forward, developer will be thinking, hey, you know, this is still a very lucrative business. Even I were to pay the additional
Or
buyer
rather,
stamp
there's
duty.
still demand based on current prices lah. So from this they gain the confidence.
Correct.
Yeah.
Last, the nature of Enbloc versus GLS. GLS by far is the easiest.
Yes.
Okay, but also the most priciest. Why I say that? Because last time, of course, if we were talk about last time, GLS was very fair. You know, it's close bidding. You all just submit your best bid. Then I will determine whether I want to sell. Does it reach my reserve price? Then I will start selling. Okay, of course there are certain lands, you know, don't even reach reserve price, then they didn't sell back then. But nowadays, when a plot of land is being reintroduced, I don't think that most of the time you actually meet the reserve price. Okay, but you can see most of them there is, you know, those upcoming, the Lentos, the Amokios. Wow, prices are you were never expected such prices. Such land will command such prices.
Yeah.
So with this itself, people will be thinking, hey, might as well I take this money, I go to one development, I go through en bloc, I pay construction, I demolish, I foundation, probably still much cheaper in that sense. That's how I feel. Again, my competition might not be so tough because GLS plain land ma, you know, everybody will want. I straight away buy already, I straight away can build ma. Now developer will be thinking, hey, if I go through the hustle, can it actually save a fair bit? That's what I'm looking at. That's why with these 3 points, right, I just feel that en blocs are coming back because really not much land really. You just look at how many new launches happening. Okay, maybe right now once a month on average, or maybe
Not really.
two projects
maybe,
1 month.
You mean this year is a few only.
A few
But
only.
OCR very few, but we still have because it's the RCR.
Yes,
Yeah.
RCR,
This year will be focused mainly
CCR.
on RCR.
Mm.
CCR, sorry, I mean
CCR.
CCR, yes.
yes, correct.
OCR.
No, they said Bob say not many, because OCR.
OCR
Yeah.
got the one very famous one. Pasir Ris.
Oh,
Then,
Ah. RCR also a little slow also.
Yeah.
CCR. This year, I think maybe,
CCR.
maybe the launches are in CCR.
Yes.
If I
Correct.
can just add on, I think
Yep.
just now you
No,
mentioned.
no need add on.
What
Now
was
your turn
what was
already.
your last point? What was your last point again? Your last point just now you were saying
En bloc versus
no.
GLS.
Yes. So if you ask me, right, I look at a very good comparison between a developer going to buy GLS and the developer going to buy en bloc. It's just like today our buyer. They go and buy BTO or they buy resale.
Okay.
BTO, HDB only launch Tengah and Choa Chu Kang. If you don't like this location, don't have it.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay. Very
Same
good
thing.
analogy,
So
alright.
when government releases GLS, it's only 这个 location 跟这个 location. If you have no confidence in these two locations, cannot buy mah.
Right,
Yeah.
You won't buy and nothing else to buy.
Yeah.
right.
So how? If you want to choose location like us, we want to stay in Tampines one, means we have to go and buy a resale flat mah. If I cannot get the BTO at the location I want,
Yeah.
I end up in the resale lor. Same thing. If developer say, hey, wow, the GLS location they launch, I'm not confident.
Yeah.
Then I go Enbloc market buy lor. Correct?
Yeah.
Because if I feel that the Enbloc market, let's say a certain location or certain CCR or RCR or OCR has got more potential than the GLS, then I go Enbloc market to find my land.
Yeah.
Correct? So I think that's a very good comparison.
Correct.
Very good.
Between GLS and Enbloc.
Okay.
So just now I raised half my hand is because I feel what you feel. Enbloc will be back. But whether will it be a fever or not,
Yes.
that is a question mark.
Yeah.
Correct. So I think even if it's back, developers will probably be a bit more careful in their pricing lah. I
Correct.
think correct.
Careful. Why careful?
That means they will not be overly aggressive in bidding for the land. I feel lah, because again, because of all this additional
Right.
This additional 5% stamp duty and all that thing.
But even the seller also need to consider, which is just about 2 to 3 years ago.
Yep.
Which is maybe some of the sellers, right, they already missed one round. Last round.
Correct.
Right, they feel it.
So this time now they are super hungry.
Yeah, they really need to.
Feel their plate lah.
You are right. Need to really consider how much the price really let go, right?
Yeah.
Otherwise, we know last time the Enbloc circle will be like more than 5 years,
Right.
5 to 8 years actually.
Yes.
Now it's shorter, so they need to really consider very serious whether they really want to sell. They need to reconsider again whether the price they want to nego a little bit, let things happen.
Right.
Yeah.
Actually, I see one plot of land, one area
You
in
want
Singapore
to
itself.
buy,
No, I think that one is very interesting because I am waiting for it to see how it's going to rejuvenate. Okay, which is where we are right now. Geylang, Paya Lebar. Because once Paya Lebar Airbase is being shifted to Changi Airport, the plot ratio down here
It will
can
be revised lah.
Yes.
Revised
yeah,
upwards.
a lot of rumors talk about here.
Oh, actually, it's a well-known fact if you ask me. And personally, I really love Geylang in terms of property investment.
From my heart, can see that.
Really,
Wait,
really.
I check whether the wife watching.
because firstly, it is freehold. Most, I would say almost all. Okay?
Yeah,
Okay.
correct.
Firstly, it's almost basically everything is freehold lah.
Yep.
Okay. In terms of location, you from here, Nico Highway down 5 minutes, you're in Suntec City already.
Yeah.
8 minutes, you're 7 minutes. 5
Premium-
minutes, you're in
Premium
Bugis
location,
already.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so it's really actually a superb location with add-on freehold and all that.
Yep.
So and the rental return here is fantastic. Okay, I think not based on current price. If anyone who bought any property in Geylang more than 10 years ago, their rental return here can be easily more than 10%. Return yield.
Wow.
Yes, their yield. Those who bought at prices, or rather they bought more than 10 years ago, means they bought at a lower price.
Oh, that's great.
Easily 10% and above.
That's great.
So the rental here is fantastic. So I really love Geylang as a location for property investment. And I think it's imminent. It's just a matter of when the rejuvenation of Geylang will happen, because they have already demarcated up to lorong 7. They have demarcated up to certain lorong, whereby the land use, in the master plan, the land use has been changed to commercial. That means currently those property that's currently sitting down there are mostly residential, as far as we know.
Right.
Most parts of Geylang they are residential.
Right.
But they have been demarcated as commercial land in the latest, or I think in the previous master plan.
Yes, correct.
In revision. So that means if today you own the property there and you want to tear it down, or you want to go Enbloc, whatever it is, you have to build commercial.
Oh. Okay.
So all this, if you ask me, brings up the value.
Correct.
Brings up the value of the land, and also, of course, it will then rejuvenate the area also.
Yep.
So like you say, the rejuvenation of Geylang is a matter of time.
Yes.
It will definitely happen. It's just a matter of time, because when building gets too old, owner don't want to spend money maintain, tear down, sell, rebuild. So that is definitely gonna happen.
Yep.
Yes.
That's why it's also very in line with one more thing that I just feel, because 2030, something significant is coming.
203. Okay.
Yeah. So just like that, if you realize that, I mean, I see a trend, that 2030, a lot of things are happening. First, of course, we are talking about the airport, the Paya Lebar Airbase being shifted to Changi Airport.
Yeah.
I think the very next influx will be the population.
Influx. Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
because right now, if we are looking at the, what do you call it?
White people.
White paper.
Yeah.
Okay, we are very synchronized with the numbers.
We short.
Yeah. Short a bit, not that very huge kind of thing.
But due to COVID, actually the numbers really drop a lot.
Yeah. Actually, I think it's in the last 2-3 years, they slowed down the influx of the residents.
Alright.
So that means you have a shorter number of years to shoot the number up back
Correct,
again
yeah,
to
correct.
2030 ma.
Mm.
So I think that's when you will see a very uptick or a surge in demand
Right.
for houses.
Yeah.
Correct.
Because number of residents stay flat ma. Then suddenly, instead of spread over 10 years right now, you only left 7 years.
You're right.
Correct.
Correct.
True.
To fill up the numbers to meet the target ma.
So the
Yes.
demand will be
Yes, so the
higher.
surge will be very much faster.
Yeah.
Correct.
So we need to faster to build more houses to
Yes,
prepare for
correct.
the new
Correct.
citizens.
Correct, for the
Correct.
incoming people basically.
Yeah.
So if you are looking to buy, better to buy early than to buy later
So this is the next question I want to pose, and probably it's going to be our final questions. Okay. With all this that we have discussed, because down here, three of us, we do agree that it's coming back. It's a matter of time, but we do not know whether it's going to be a fever or not.
Yeah.
Yes,
All right. What is it for consumer right now?
What's the question again?
What's in it for
What?
consumer
Yes,
right
because
now?
if let's say
Mm.
really got en bloc,
Yeah.
okay, as a consumer, okay, what is it going to affect me? How does it affect me?
Oh.
Ah.
Wow. Very simple.
Yeah, like
Money. A lot of money will pour into the market.
right,
Hard cash.
right,
That
Yeah.
means the Enbloc owners
You are right.
will suddenly be
Yes.
flush with money, and
You
all this
are right.
money will flow back into the
Yeah.
market again. Lah.
yep,
Yeah. Especially
Yep.
I know one of my neighbor, right, staying in the same block with me, is block from Affinity,
okay,
Ah,
Yeah.
Okay.
which is the uncle fully paid 1.6 million property.
right,
Yeah.
understand.
So means like after en bloc, definitely the owners they got hard
Yeah.
cash in the
Yeah,
pocket.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Then some of the owners from there maybe they already renting out their house, not in a rush to buy a home to stay. But some is homeowners.
Right,
Yeah, they need to source out. They have about 1 year time, right?
Yes, thereabouts.
Yeah, about 1 year
To move
time
out.
to source out to find a place to stay,
Yes.
right? Then if today I am going to buy a home, planning to buy a home to stay, then compete with them, then become a
You lose out
competition.
in a sense because you don't have so much
Highly,
financial
hi-
power.
yeah,
Ma.
Yes.
yeah, high chance.
Mm.
Yes, yeah, because they got more, more cash on hand. Yeah, they're more stronger.
yep.
Yeah,
To them, they don't mind paying another 30, 40, 50,000. No?
yeah, for them it's easy money. Ma.
Yeah.
You know your this allergy. Let me talk of one.
Yeah,
I give you a simple one, layman. one. Today you strike 8 million total. Will you go and buy a house? Is that all? Because these are fast cash. This is cash that is
you are
unexpected.
right.
And
You
then
are right.
Windfall lah, it's a windfall lah.
If for you, if let's say you use your own money to buy second property, right, you always feel like the 12% is a lot. The
Yes.
ADSD is a lot of money.
because it's your whole.
You're,
hard
yeah,
earned
you're
money.
right.
Hard
If today I
earned, yes.
some money like 10 million drop from the sky,
Ah.
but you're going to buy the second home,
Yeah, you
ADSD is
okay lah.
nothing.
Yes, ABS is
Yeah.
nothing. Yes, I agree with you.
It's a mindset. That's why for the en-bloc sellers, right, they need to buy a home. They don't mind to pay more sometimes.
Correct.
And they really went into a competition, which is a lot of buyers.
Ah.
Yeah, interested with this unit. Then the en-bloc seller is really easily can offer a very high price.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I like to draw upon because what Bob has said is really what I really want to say, but I just want to put it, be cautious. I say be cautious. Why? Not only we are talking about private, HDB also.
Yeah.
Why I say that? I give you a very good example, but it's not my example. This is an example. Okay, he got a Tampines court owner, okay, who got the en bloc money, go and buy 2 units in a single block in Tampines because they want the size.
Yes.
Correct. And then I think that negotiation wasn't difficult because to them is yes. So why I'm sharing this, HDB owners don't be too happy because again when they comes in, they buy your flat and you are intending to upgrade, you have to fill the gap
You're right.
because they are pushing the prices up.
Yeah.
You can sell at the record price.
But
Don't
you also have
forget.
to buy at the record price.
Yes, yes. This is a fair ma.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah,
in fact, it's that.
Unless you are buying something of a right sizing. So like you 5 room, you want to buy 3 room.
Yeah.
Oh, then okay, it doesn't really affect you much.
As
Yeah.
much, yes.
Yeah, but if you're
Upgrading, then yes.
correct.
Yeah.
So that's why when there is such money, which I get to see in 2016 to 2018, it was scary. To be honest, very scary.
Yeah.
Clients with cold hard cash inside, right? They see they like, they just willing to pay.
Even
Even
remember the EMs that we sold, the second floor unit. The buyer was also an Enbloc buyer. Right?
correct. And that at point of time we sold
Our
at the
asking
record
price,
price.
yes, our asking price was very high, and
Yes.
we still paid for it.
Yes.
Mm.
We were so stunned by the whole situation, you know.
No P ma.
Yeah. And to them, I think at the point is like I said, you don't feel the pain, and
Alright.
Yep.
to their mindset is 我习惯就好了。
Because
Yeah.
they profit. That's why they don't mind people profit.
Right.
Yeah.
I think in short, it's not really so-called 血汗钱 lah.
Yes.
It's
Yeah,
not
right.
very, very hard-earned money. Of course, it's still their money. They
Yeah.
deserve it. But it's not hard-earned from you working, you see.
Correct.
So
Yeah.
the pain is not there.
So just now Adrian was sharing, this buyer bought 800,000, but when on block 1.6 easily. So another 800,000, at 800,000 I can buy
Spare cash, retirement
2
funds.
units, 2 HDB units easily.
Correct.
Okay, Adrian, anything to add on for consumer? So we covered the private, we covered HDB. Got any others? Actually, you covered the Tech 9 restaurant.
What?
Just now your Tech 9.
Which is what?
If you're looking to buy a property, you should buy now.
Yes.
Really?
Correct.
I
Okay, I mean whether Enbloc or not lah. Enbloc or not.
Yeah.
I feel if you're someone who wants to buy a property, whether for investment or for own stay, is my own life experience learned is it's always better to buy early than to buy later.
Yeah.
In Singapore's context, other country I don't say, but in Singapore's context, it's always better to buy early than to buy later because the next high is always higher than the current high.
Yeah.
And again, I feel this very much is because of the runway, your age.
Yes.
As you grow older, your runway of getting a loan, your loan tenure gets shorter and shorter, and that limits your loan amount, and that limit which eventually limits your buying ability.
Yeah.
right.
So
Yeah.
it really is a matter of buying early is always better lah. Of course, within your affordability law,
Yeah,
don't
within your
overstretch.
means.
Within your means, don't overstretch. So long you have a bit of buffer, you know that you will not be you will not be forced to sell at any point in time.
True.
Yeah.
Because again, as if everything else, prices got up, got down, got up, got down. So long you have holding power, you won't be forced to sell when the market is low. Then 不会亏钱的嘛.
You're right.
True.
Right. If right now market is a bit soft, you feel that I'm not making money. Don't say lose money. I say I'm not making
Just
money.
on paper lah.
Paper loss, then don't sell lor. Wait for a while more lor.
Yeah.
No harm mah.
Actually,
People sell when the market is low is because they got no choice.
Yep.
yeah. Everybody there's a reason.
When
You
you got
need
no
to sell,
choice, then
yeah.
you have to sell lah. Because example, you gonna retrench, no choice, you got to sell.
Yeah.
Whether market price high, price low, you got to sell. When you have reached
Correct.
your retirement age, you got no choice, stop working anymore, and you need the money to fund your retirements ma.
Yeah.
No choice, you got to sell. But even when market is low,
Yeah.
so it's a matter of choice lor.
Actually, property market is always demand and supply.
Yep.
Yeah. Right. Just like, is it the right time? Yeah. How is the market going? Yeah. And what's your need? Yeah.
Yep.
So-
I think the one sentence I always learn from you, bro, from yourself, okay, is that really when you are ready, just go for it. I always, I live with the tagline with it because we really do not know what's going to happen yet.
You are right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe tomorrow not here.
Nobody can tell you the
Tomorrow not
future.
here.
Nobody can tell you the future lah.
Right.
Yeah.
Maybe in an hour's time, the government says that they want to introduce certain things. We really do not know.
You are right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now we can afford. Then with the certain introduction,
in Chinese
we
is what,
can afford already.
计划不如变化快.
Yes.
Yeah, you can plan for the next 10 years, 20 years, 100 years, but
Yep.
You can't plan for the changes.
you are right. You are now the market. Let's see.
You don't rule the market.
Yeah.
You're not the government.
Yeah,
you
you
don't
are
have a
right.
big say in
Yeah.
that sense lah.
Yeah, but we still believe in Singapore governments.
Yep.
Yeah, so they done a very well job lah.
Yep.
They control the price. The procurement measure actually is to protect people.
Yes.
Yeah,
Because if they had not implemented that, I
Yeah,
think
they
you
let
will
go
see a
then,
lot of
yeah.
fire sale.
you are right. You
You
are
will
right.
see a lot of fire sale. A lot of people jumping down.
Jumping down.
Jumping down.
Yeah.
Or go inside the reservoir, go for a dip and disappear.
And then never come out again
Yeah.
until 3 days later.
Yep. Okay.
All right. Wow, it's so fast.
Yeah, so
already.
fast is 1 hour.
Yeah.
Always like that.
Chit chat time pass very fast. Very
Chit chat time goes very fast.
Yes.
Anything to add on? for us?
For me, I'm yeah,
So far so good.
yeah.
So far so good.
Good.
I also think so. I always feel that every week
I just hope that more of you can join us lah. Every Thursday 1:30.
Yeah.
And also maybe share with us your comments. Your
so-
comments, your thoughts. What are the things that you want us to chit chat about?
Yeah. So you can also join us down here also lah, because now we can afford 5 person.
Yes,
Yeah.
of course.
Yeah.
By all means, just PM us.
Yep. Okay. If not, we will see you next week, same time, same channel. Alright, in Facebook Live. Alright. Thank
Yes.
you.
Okay.
Bye
Bye. See you next week.
Ayah.
You see lah.
Ayah.
You see lah.
Ayah, eat too much.